On the third day, I was brought back to my family. The fake heir, Christopher Parker, gets into a car crash in order to frame me as the mastermind. His mental state has deteriorated to one belonging to an 8-year-old. My older sister, Eliza Parker, thinks that I'm the one who hired someone to hit Christopher with a car. Because of that, she hates my guts and torments me endlessly. In order to take care of Christopher, Eliza eats with him and sleeps beside him every day. As for me, I'm used as the human mat that they can step on anytime they want. I'm arranged to take care of Christopher so that I can atone for my sins. As long as Christopher reveals an aggrieved expression, I'll get whipped 10 times regardless of the cause. I thought Eliza would find out the truth sooner or later, but in her haste to cure Christopher, she actually decides to send me to an underground lab as a test subject for their experiments, just because the doctors there claim that the medication can help restore Christopher's mental state. 5 years later, Eliza finally comes to pick me up. A mocking smile is etched onto her face as she sees how haggard I am. You should recognize your faults by now. It's been 5 years after all. If you dare lay a finger on Christopher after coming home with me, I'll definitely send you back here. I raise my head hazily, tears soon seeping out of my eyes due to how bright the light is. Then, I mutter softly, there won't be a next time. Eliza won't have to worry about me seizing a chance to hurt her beloved Christopher. After all, the drug experiments conducted on me for the past 5 years have already ruined my body. There are only 7 days left in my lifespan. Eliza Parker brought Christopher along when she came to pick me up. The dim basement was brighter than it had ever been in 5 years. Seeing the tears glistening on my face in the sunlight, Eliza assumed I was trying to win sympathy, her expression hardening into disgust. Don't think putting on that look will make me feel sorry for you. You deserve this. If you hadn't hired someone to hit Christopher back then, he wouldn't be like this now. She slapped me hard across the face, reopening a battered wound. I lowered my head, swallowing the bitter blood pooling in my throat. Seeing no resistance, Eliza turned to the staff member nearby. Christopher has been in this demented, foolish state for 5 years. Is the medicine you promised ready yet? She tenderly stroked Christopher's face. Christopher looked at me smugly, a shrewd glint flickering in his eyes. Every time he wore that expression, it meant I was about to be whipped. At the thought of the pain, I flinched, making Christopher smile with satisfaction. The lead researcher of the laboratory, Gene Harding, chuckled. I told you that as long as you handed Sutton Parker over to me for 5 years, Christopher would recover. Take this medicine home. After 7 days, Christopher will be back to normal. Eliza's eyes widened in delight as she reached out. Dr. Harding pulled back slightly. It's just that Sutton might what? Eliza snatched the medicine, having no intention of listening, and left with Christopher in tow. Aren't you planning to take him back with you? Dr. Harding called out, pointing at me sprawled on the ground. Eliza paused, then yanked my arm to pull me to my feet. After a few staggering steps, I collapsed. Years of drug testing had deformed the bones throughout my body, leaving my skin and flesh close to rotting. Every step was an immense torment. I broke out in a cold sweat, a whimper escaping my lips. Christopher crouched beside me with feigned innocence, then suddenly burst into loud sobs. Eliza! Sutton bit me! Eliza's expression darkened. Sutton, 5 years have passed, and you still refuse to mend your ways? My teeth were pulled out a long time ago, I replied with great difficulty. How could I possibly bite him? Over 5 years I was tortured repeatedly, my limbs broken and reset, my flesh sliced open. To survive, I was reduced to fighting dogs for food. When I truly felt I could barely hold on, I went to great lengths to steal Dr. Harding's phone to beg Eliza to bring me home. Her refusal was immediate. You must pay the price for what you've done. Just stay there and be the test subject for Christopher's drugs. Quit plotting to come back and replace him. Hearing those words, I gave up all hope.